Good morning 10th class students. In previous class I explained some hormones in human body. That is, first one is adrenaline hormone. I explained in previous class, and I explained about insulin. No, these are the two hormones which are responsible for metabolic activities in human body. Insulin helpful to convert extra glucose in our body into glycogen, and adrenaline responsible for emotions in our body. That's why adrenaline hormone also called as fight or flight hormone. Next, I will explain about feedback mechanism. What is meant by feedback mechanism? Do you know? Hormones in our body does not release in a same manner. For example, if you take adrenaline, when adrenaline hormone present in blood, it responsible causes some emotions. When adrenaline hormone is reduces in the blood, will come to normal position. Means when adrenaline hormone present in the blood, that leads to cause some emotions in our body. If adrenaline hormone reduces in the blood, this helps to reduce our emotions. That is called feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism means hormones will not release in a steady manner in human body. Okay, that is feedback mechanism. Now I will explain about some more endocrine glands in human body. Already I explained two glands in previous class, that is islets of Langerhans, means the cells of pancreas, and also I explained about adrenal gland in previous class. No? Now I will explain about some more glands for you. All of you open page number 108. All of you open page number 108 and see the table which given in your NS textbook, endocrine glands. Here if you will observe, we can find out name of the gland, location, hormone secreted, response of body to hormone. Name of the gland, pituitary gland. It is present floor of brain. Floor means here below the brain near hypothalamus. A hormone secreted by pituitary gland is known as somatotropin. Bracket, within brackets write down growth hormone. Within bracket write down growth hormone. This hormone responsible for normal growth of bones. Next one is thyrotropic. This is the hormone which released from pituitary gland. In pituitary gland you have to write like this. Within bracket you have to write master gland. Why pituitary gland is called master gland? It controls all endocrine gland activities. That's why pituitary gland called as master gland of the body. Thyrotropin released from pituitary gland, which helpful for activity of thyroid gland. Here we can find out thyroid gland. This thyroid gland will be activated by thyrotropin hormone, which released from pituitary gland. Next one is gonadotropin, which helpful for activity of ovary and testis. Gonadotropin, which helpful for responsible for activity of ovary in females, testis in males. Fourth one is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the secretion of adrenal cortex. If you will observe in adrenal gland, already I explained in the previous class, adrenal gland we can find out two parts, that is outer cortex and inner medulla. Here cortex release some hormones, medulla release some hormones. Cortex release two hormones, that is adrenal cortisol and aldosterone. These secretions will be stimulated by adrenocorticotropic hormone, which released from adrenal gland. Luteinizing hormone in males, secretion of testosterone. Within bracket write down It is a male sex hormone. Testosterone is a male sex hormone. In females, ovulation. What is meant by ovulation? Ovulation means, write down there, production of ovum. Production of ovum is called ovulation. Development of corpus luteum. Development of corpus luteum. What is meant by corpus luteum? I will explain in the 6th lesson. Now I will explain about briefly. Rupture of ovarian follicles. Rupture of ovarian follicles. If you will observe in female ovary, we can find out follicles known as ovarian follicles. These follicles contain one ovum. When these follicles rupture, that is called corpus luteum, helps to release ovum. Okay, that is called corpus luteum and secretion of progesterone. Progesterone is a female sex hormone which is useful to the females at the time of pregnancy. Follicle stimulating hormone in male spermatogenesis. Within bracket write down production of sperms. A hormone responsible for production of sperms known as follicle stimulating hormone. In female, growth of Graafian follicles. Ovarian follicles also known as Graafian follicles. This Graafian follicles growth responsible for a hormone known as follicle stimulating hormone. Estrogen. It is a female sex hormone. Do you know females releases two types of hormones? One is estrogen, second one is progesterone. And secretion and milk production and secretion. Milk production after childbirth. After childbirth, milk will be produced from mammary glands of female with the help of a hormone known as FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone helpful for both boys, males and females. Now, this is about FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. Thyroid gland. It is present near neck region on either side of trachea. On either side of trachea, this is trachea, no? On either side of trachea, we can find the thyroid gland. This thyroid gland present near neck region on either side of trachea. This thyroid gland releases a hormone known as thyroxine. Thyroxine is a hormone which released from thyroid gland. This is helpful for general growth and metabolic activities. Which hormone? They will ask like this in exam point of view. Which hormone responsible for general growth and metabolic activities is thyroid gland. Next one is ovary. Do you know where ovaries will be present? Lower abdomen, near abdomen. If you will observe in females, we can find out two ovaries. Ovaries releases a hormone known as estrogen. What is that? Estrogen. It is a female sex hormone which helpful for growth of uterus. Uterus size increases due to a hormone known as estrogen. Skeleton and the skeleton of pelvis. Do you know pelvis is a bone? Pelvis is a bone which present at the end of spinal cord. It is very important to the females at the time of pregnancy. At the time of pregnancy. Do you know this pelvis bone present in both boys, males and females, but this is very useful for females. This pelvis bone size growth increases during adolescence period with the help of a hormone known as estrogen. With this hormone helpful for bear the pressure of the baby at the time of pregnancy and control of the 28 days menstrual cycle. Do you know? Already I explained. We learned in 8th class menstrual cycle. The cyclic changes which occurs in female once in 28 days is known as menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle was controlled by a hormone, female sex hormone known as estrogen. If you will observe in menstrual cycle, we can find out two phases, that is proliferative phase and secretory phase. In that proliferative phase, Graafian follicles increases their size and releases ovum. In the secretory phase, ovum come outside with some blood, that is called menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle was controlled by a hormone known as estrogen. Testis, scrotal sac. Do you know where testis will be present? If you observe in males, on either side of urinary passage, we can find out two sacs. No, these two sacs are called scrotal sacs. There, testis will be present. This releases a hormone known as testosterone. Testosterone is a male sex hormone which is responsible for growth of hair on face like mustache or beard, all these changes with the help of a sex hormone known as testosterone. Muscular development. Muscles will be developed with the help of this testosterone hormone released from testis in males. Deepening of voice, normal sexual behavior. All these are the changes which occurs in teenage boys with the help of a hormone known as testosterone. All these characters in males known as secondary sexual character. The hormone which is responsible for secondary sexual characters in males is testosterone. In females it will be with the help of estrogen. And also development of male sex organs. Male sex organs means here testis will be developed with the help of a hormone known as testosterone. Adrenal gland which attached to kidney. If you will observe in 4th lesson, we learned a gland which present on top of kidney known as adrenal gland. This adrenal gland releases a hormone known as adrenaline. What is that? Adrenaline. Already I explained in previous class. Adrenaline hormone released at the time of fearing, at the time of emotions. For example, when a roaring dog approaches you, we can some changes observed in our body known as emotions like increased heartbeat, increased rate of respiration, goosebumps appear in the body. Sometimes rectum and bladder will be emptied, dilation of pupil. All these are changes with the help of a hormone known as adrenaline. Increased heartbeat rate, rise in blood sugar, dilation of coronary artery. Dilation means coronary artery size increases. Why? Because the blood pressure increases, no? Coronary artery which associated with the walls of heart. When the blood pressure increases, coronary artery length also, width also increases. That is called dilation of coronary artery. Dilation of pupil of the eye. Pupil size also may increase due to this hormone known as adrenaline. That's why adrenaline also known as fight or flight hormone. So these are the 6 glands which we learned in this class. Okay. If you will observe here, sometimes they'll ask like this: which glands common in both males and females? Which endocrine glands were common in both males and females? Which glands will be common means you have to write like this: pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland. These 3 common in both males and females. If you will observe in males, we can find out a gland known as testis. Testis is the gland which only present in males, and ovary is the gland only present in females. So 4 glands present in males, 4 glands present in females. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, ovary present in females. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, testis and adrenal gland present in males. So this is about endocrine glands table. Endocrine glands are also called as ductless glands. They release hormones directly into blood. Why? Because they does not have ducts. That's why endocrine glands are also known as ductless glands. They does not have ducts. That's why they release hormones directly into blood. They release hormones directly into blood. Blood carries hormones from one place to another place. They are known as endocrine. Examples of endocrine glands are islets of Langerhans, adrenal gland, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, testis in males, ovary in females, and adrenal gland. All these are known as endocrine glands. Up to here we completed coordination in animals. In animals, coordination brought by two systems. One is nervous system, another one is endocrine system. Nervous system will bring coordination in different body parts which present outside of the body. Endocrine system will bring coordination in different body parts which situated in deeper parts of the body. This is about coordination in animals. In the next class, I will explain about coordination in plants. Okay, thank you children.